What does the Supreme Court do, and why is it like the chief referee at a high school football tournament? Hello, friends. Hello, Hamster NBC, the premier kids news channel about the US with humor and easy-to-understand explanations. Today, we'll explore what the Supreme Court does and why it's like the chief referee at a high school football tournament. It doesn't decide who's right or wrong in every argument, but it makes sure everyone plays by the rules. What is the Supreme Court? Imagine a high school football tournament. The players are politicians and laws, the teachers are Congress and the president, and the judge is the Supreme Court. Its job isn't to score goals or shout, "I'm in charge," but to make sure no one breaks the rules. Who works there? There are only 9 justices on the Supreme Court. They sit not in wizards' robes, but in actual judges' robes and discuss whether laws comply with the US Constitution, the country's governing body. They are not elected like the president, but appointed and can serve for life until they decide to retire. What does the Supreme Court do? The Supreme Court decides whether the law is working properly, whether it violates people's rights, and whether the government has acted fairly. For example, if someone says, "This new law is unfair, it violates our rights," the case can reach the Supreme Court. And then the judges will check, is everything really in accordance with the Constitution? A school example. Imagine the school administration says, "Now everyone must wear only green sneakers." But one student complains, "That's not fair. I have red ones and I can't change them." Then the school judge or the Supreme Court will look at the school rules and say, "The rules should be the same for everyone. Bring back the variety of sneakers." That's how the Supreme Court protects justice, not picks favorites. Why it's important. Without the Supreme Court, the country would be a mess of rules. Everyone would do whatever they wanted and no one would check whether it was fair. The court is like a school judge who doesn't yell, "You're wrong," but calmly says, "Let's look at the rules." Bottom line, the Supreme Court isn't a place for arguing, but a place for making sure things are fair. It doesn't decide who's cooler, the president or Congress. It simply says, here are the rules, and everyone must follow them. This was your Hamster host from Hamster NBC. Subscribe and like. And remember, in life, as in school, the main thing is not to argue, but to play fair.